Welcome back to another episode of Point Blank. I'm your host, Riley, joined by Corinna and Claire, and today we have big news. Brittany is finally free. Finally, after 13 years of her conservatorship, she is finally free. How do you guys feel?
Like, it's not even like we're not Brittany, but a weight has still been lifted.
Exactly.
Like, I think the whole world, like, a weight was like, whoosh, and it was kind of like, wait, am I reading this correctly? Like, is this actually happening right now? Like, I remember seeing it and I was like, wait, what? Like, it was a relief, and like, I can't imagine how she feels.
Yeah, I got the notification when I was in Prime, so my phone was like next to my leg, you know, and then I felt the vibration. I was like, oh, like, what's that? Let me check. And I saw it and I was like, wait a minute. Like, picked up my phone. I was like, I don't care. Yell at me. Brittany's free.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so exciting.
I feel like we've been talking about it for so long. And like, I think the pandemic really brought it to life because we talked about, like, you know, the TikTok videos. People were like, what's going on with Brittany?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say I'm thankful for the pandemic in that sense because her fans were more alert and brought it to more attention. And now she can basically have the freedom that she was supposed to have 13 years ago.
It feels weird, like, when that all started and people were like, if you need help, wear yellow in the next video.
Exactly.
And she would. And like, it's weird to look back and be like, does this mean something? Does it not? And now here we are.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's done.
It's crazy.
And she had so many limitations on her life because of the conservatorship. And so, like, literally, I was on Instagram before we went on, and she posted, and she was like, I'm thinking about having another baby. I hope it's a girl. Like, she's already, like, trying to get back into that life that she missed for 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, she missed so much because of this, and now she can finally not only be herself, but do the things that she wasn't able to do. So I'm so excited for her.
And she said she had champagne for the first time in a while when she, like, I was like, wow. Like,
Because
like,
when you go
like,
live your life, you deserve it.
do whatever you want at this point.
And you just don't think about it. Like, yes, like, everyone knows how intense her conservatorship is, but for her to say, like, I just had champagne for the first time in however many years, like, that's crazy.
You were literally Cinderella, but like, not literally, but like, she was like locked up.
Yeah, she was, like, internally too. I want to know what's going to happen with her music career.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, I would love for her to release new music. I don't know if that's something that she wants to do. I don't know if that's something that she, like, plans to do because she thinks, like, she owes it to her fans. Like, I want to know what she thinks she's going to do.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that, like, before. I don't remember what stage, but I remember we talked about it and we were like, do we think she will? Do we think she won't? And it's hard to tell, but like, when she is posting these, like, celebratory things, it's like, well, maybe that's like a coming back and taking ownership again kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's also like drinking a glass of champagne takes a little less effort than writing music. But I don't know.
I wonder if she was writing songs in this entire time, just like not ever planning to release them because she didn't have hope. But so maybe she has this whole vault of songs that
She's
she
gonna
could be
record
ready
and
to
release.
I think that would be. She could title it The Vault. Like, that would be so cool.
Honestly, I feel like it's something we need right now. Like, it's just like the fans were in suspense. Like, she was like, is this happening? Yes, it happened. I feel like, I'm not saying that she owes it to her fans, but I feel like she's the type of person that would be like, okay, even if this is my last album or single or whatever, here's it for you guys.
Right. Like, maybe not a whole album, maybe just a song to, like, kind of show that she's taking herself back and really taking control of her own life.
Exactly.
I don't know. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Fingers
But
crossed
I'm
for
so
sure.
happy. I'm so happy she's free.
Yeah.
It's about time.
It is about time.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd was named People's Sexiest Man Alive, even though his wife said she would have voted for someone else. Paul Rudd said his wife's choice was Keanu Reeves, and he responded by saying, "Come on, he's Keanu. I'd vote for him." Who would you vote for, Keanu or Paul Rudd?
I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think when we were talking about it before, I was like, who's Paul? Like, who's
Yeah.
I looked him up and I was like, so someone lied. Like, he's just not, like, when I think of Sexiest Man Alive, I do not think about him. But I mean, do you, I guess.
Yeah.
Yay.
I think that there's more criteria than looks for sexiest
Yeah.
man alive
Uh-huh.
because some of the people that they pick, I'm like,
Yeah.
for example, Blake Shelton was named sexiest man alive
Yeah.
a few years ago. Great guy.
Great,
I'm
yeah.
sure he has an incredible personality.
Yeah.
He's not a bad looking man either.
Yeah.
He's not the sexiest man
Yeah.
alive. So I really think that there's something else there that kind of makes them pick who they're going to choose.
I wish they put out the criteria because that would be interesting.
Yeah, like whether
Yeah.
it's like the popularity or like what they did that year, or like it has to be somebody mainstream.
For
I
sure.
think like there's so many attractive people who could take that spot, but they're not as big as Paul Rudd or Blake Shelton or whoever, Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, congrats to him. He's also not a bad looking guy, Paul Rudd.
Yeah. He's,
Again, not the sexiest man alive.
yeah.
So I have some
Undeserving.
opinions, but let's go around and share who we think the sexiest man alive is. Claire, you're up first.
All right. I had a hard time deciding
Okay.
because there's like different types of sexiest. Like, okay, I'll get right to the point. My sexiest man alive would be Patrick Dempsey. Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Crickets
what?
fill the room.
Come on, not even a little.
No, I think he's an attractive guy.
He has nice eyes.
Yeah.
He just like also aged very well. Like nobody looks like that when they're that old.
But he also aged. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Okay.
Aged very well,
So did
but
Blake
he
Shelton.
aged.
I am not supporting Blake Shelton over
Okay.
here. But I think, yeah, no, he is attractive. I just wasn't expecting you to pick that.
I just think of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like,
Which
I
I,
mean,
feel
I
like
don't
is
even
what
know
he's
him
known
yeah,
Grey's
for.
Anatomy.
literally.
So
Yeah.
that's like what's weird.
And they kind of, he's not ugly.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw him was in Enchanted, like that movie, which I think they're coming out with a second one.
Disenchanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him in that, and then he was in like Bridget Jones' Baby in the Bridget Jones series,
I
which
never
is
heard
like
of that.
Yeah, me
it's like
neither.
kind of
But you know me and my movies.
it's like on the edge of being popular, but like
Okay.
it's kind
Is
of
it
like
new?
no. Like
Netflix,
I want to say the
Hulu?
first one might have been like 2010, but then there was a big space in between the first one and the
I have never heard that
last one.
before.
Yeah, my friend showed me it, and she's kind of like the person that like likes the kind of popular movies, but also a little bit like not well known.
Okay.
So it's not super well known, but he was in that.
Okay.
And that's what I know him from. But I just think he's good looking.
That is
Yeah,
fair.
he is. Okay, who's yours?
This is really hard because I'm indecisive. I'm not going to say Justin Bieber because that's a little mainstream.
Yeah, a little basic.
I'm-
Predictable.
I'm going to go with Shamar Moore because Criminal Minds, SWAT. I'm just going to stick
That's
with him.
such an interesting pick.
He's just, like, he looks good. And he's bald. Like, he looks good bald. Like, he's just
I think he is attractive. Again, I don't think he's
all that,
sexiest
you know.
man alive worthy.
Yeah.
I think he fits in the category of Blake Shelton, Paul Rudd.
Yeah. That's saying a
All right, you're
lot.
setting the bar pretty high. So what is
Yeah,
your
who's your
what is your
pick?
definition of sexiest man alive?
Okay, mine is, I feel like most people can agree,
Okay.
Chris Evans. I mean, come on.
So we must not be most. Most people can agree. Not, okay.
Really? You don't think so?
He's
You don't
just
think
another
Chris
male.
Evans is attractive?
I didn't say he's not attractive.
Well, you're not saying anything over there.
Well, you didn't say anything about mine.
Oh, I did.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
he's attractive.
He just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's all you could say? He left you speechless.
You got me there. You got me there. I don't know. Well, here's the thing: is he attractive? Yes. Could I see him being sexiest man alive? Yes. However,
Oh,
you
wait a
seem to like
minute.
really diss ours, and then your comeback was Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll stand by it.
All right.
Chris Evans, Shamar Moore, Patrick Dempsey, like, hello, right up here.
All right.
I think so.
Where's the
Do you want my
line?
other option? Because I think
Yes.
that's even more
Yeah.
controversial.
Okay.
Pete
No.
Davidson.
Door.
She didn't even need you to finish
door.
syllables before she
Listen.
said no.
For the explanation.
All right.
I, again, don't think he's the most attractive man.
Definitely
but
not.
he fits the criteria. He is the moment right now.
But
not my moment.
here's the thing. There's a difference between sexy, hot, and cute.
He's-
Sexiest man alive.
He's not
Okay,
sexy.
but-
He's not hot. He's not cute. His
Well,
name is
if he's
Pete.
anything,
His name is Pete.
I
Like,
don't
imagine
think he's bad
sexiest
looking.
man alive. Pete.
Pete did.
Pete Davidson. I can see it. He is having canoodles with Kim Kardashian. He dated Ariana Grande. He's on SNL. Like, he's pretty.
Dated sexiest
He's hand-me-downs.
people, like,
Like, he's
Yes.
hand-me-downs.
So obviously
He-
there's something there.
okay.
hand-me-downs.
Obviously, he's not the sexy one in the relationship.
Yeah,
But-
that's true.
It's like, it's Ariana Grande who is stunning. She's not going to go for somebody like bottom of the barrel.
Okay.
So there's something about
we never
her.
said he's bottom of the barrel. Well, she
Yeah,
kind of
she
did.
did. She literally did.
I did, and,
She kinda did say
and I'll say it again.
See, okay, so I don't think he is a sexy man, but I think he
Definitely
fits
not.
the criteria that people, the magazine, look for in the sexiest man alive. I think he is just right there alongside the past 5 winners.
All right.
I'm gonna have to look some criteria up myself.
Yeah,
just
I
to
think
be a
we need
little
to
bit
figure
more
out what that
educated.
criteria
Yeah,
is.
and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
okay, I could see X, Y, and Z.
We
Yeah.
can join the judging committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should. I
It'd
think
be
we
so
have,
harsh,
Yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
We'll have better picks. We'll tell them.
Yeah.
Send an email. These are who you need to pick.
Yes, and we'll agree to disagree about Pete Davidson.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. We'll be right back with entertainment, but I'm going to be joining Gabrielle right now to talk about hot topics, so I'll see you in a second.
Welcome back to Hot Topics. Riley, good to have you here on Hot Topics. Welcome.
Thanks. I'm so excited. I'm excited to get a little taste of what you guys do.
Good. Welcome to Hot Topics, the Cool Air crew.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Don't
whatever.
forget, we won Pictionary. So,
My zombie drawing.
Yeah,
Whatever. We're
yeah,
not talking about
yeah.
that. Just kidding. I didn't draw that. Well, we have amazing topics this
Yes,
evening.
I'm
Let's get right
excited.
into it. Justin Bieber releases tour dates for his 2022 Justice World Tour. He starts in February of next year and will be touring all the way into 2023. Let's not forget that you just said Justin Bieber was basic because Karina said he was,
I thought the choice was basic.
well,
I think, okay, actually, yeah.
so you're a fan or you're not a fan?
I'll listen to him. I'm
Okay.
not like, I'm
I'll
not.
take that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like stream his whole album. Like, if his song
Okay.
comes on in the radio, I won't skip it. Or, I just don't like. I think he kind of fell off what he had going on. Like, he was the it guy, like basically his whole career. And then whatever happened, and now he's just kind of floating.
Well, I'm a big believer, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and I had tickets to his last concert that got canceled twice already because of COVID, and I'm going to be going in 2022 here in Greensboro.
Ooh.
I know, but when he released his YouTube documentary, I don't know if you've seen it, basically like all about his mental health issues,
Yeah.
all this thing, like an inside scoop about what was happening. Didn't think he was going to go on tour this soon.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's over. I don't even know how many. It's a year.
It's literally like over a year.
It's
I think.
long. And he said that like a main reason he had bad mental health issues is because he was so caught up in the tour life, like never was like had a sense of reality.
Yeah.
So I'm I'm kind of maybe he's
Yeah.
in a better headspace, but for him to put himself in that situation again, like I'm more nervous for him. But
Yeah.
I'm obviously going.
Especially for that long.
It's a long tour.
I've
He's doing
never
all
heard
of
of a
the
tour
U.S.
and he's going out of the U.S. too.
Oh, and then all of the U.S. and then Europe and then wherever else.
Yeah,
Africa too.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's exciting that he's going back on tour because he hasn't been on tour in a while. Not really anybody has been on tour in a while. So I think it's exciting. I probably won't go, but I'll be there to support you, cheering you on from home. I'll listen to his few of his. I don't even know what songs are on the Justice album. Peaches.
Yeah, Peaches is on it.
And Stay, is that on his album or something?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Good job,
I
Riley.
think that's it. That's all I have going for me.
But I hope that those are 2 songs, and he'll definitely sing those. But I hope that he's like stable enough to do it,
Mm-hmm.
because he lets down not only himself but also his fans.
Yeah.
And this is also something I want to ask you about. He's a husband now for
Mm-hmm.
almost 2 years, and I was talking to this with my friend Christina, that we think that after this tour is over, that he might have a baby with Haley. What do you think?
That's something that I kind of was thinking about. Since they got married, I was like, they look like a couple who's going to have a baby quick.
He wants to be a dad,
Yeah.
and she wants to be a mom.
Yeah. So I think after his tour would be a perfect time to do it because she obviously has stuff going on. Like, she has her own career, but her career is kind of something where, like, she does it when she does
It's
it.
freelance, kind
Yeah.
of.
And if he's on this tour, they still have basically over a year until his tour is over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it hasn't even started yet. Then they have that entire year. I think it'd be time for them to
Start a family.
start a family. Once he like does all that, now he can settle, take a break, not release music for a while, and focus on
That's
that.
exactly what I was thinking. My friend was like, maybe she'll get pregnant while he's on tour. And I'm like, I don't think
Yeah.
that's a good time because
No.
she's gonna be traveling pregnant. He's gonna be worried about her. I was like, right after you take probably a years plural long break, and I think that's a perfect time for them to start a family.
So they can like actually raise the kid together and not worry about, okay, daddy's in France today,
Yeah.
daddy's in Oklahoma tomorrow. Like,
And he's very, very close knit with Haley.
Yeah.
Like through all of his problems, she was the one who really, really helped him get through it. I don't think
Yeah.
he'd want to ditch her.
no, and I was gonna say if she has a bad pregnancy, I think he would feel terrible for not being there. Yeah.
Knock on
So-
wood. He would feel bad for being there. He guilts himself a lot.
Yeah.
And I can't believe, like we said, concerts are back in town. So, speaking of going back on tour, country singer Morgan Wallen is doing his first tour since his scandals, and fans have some mixed opinions about it.
I am fans.
Let's
I
hear
have
it.
Mixed opinions, mostly negative. I don't like him. I think what he did, I think it's like 3 strikes are out.
I know.
And okay, you have 1 scandal. A lot of people have scandals. 2 scandals. All right, you're kind of pushing it. 3 scandals, you're like, all right, you're done.
I know.
Like he, first of all, made racist comments. That's unacceptable.
And unforgivable.
Yeah. So right off the bat, like, okay, you're done. But then during like peak COVID, goes out to a bar.
He's like, isn't he frat hopping, bar hopping?
Yeah, like
Kissing
in
girls.
Alabama, making out with random girls, and then expects to go on, what was it, Saturday Night Live?
And expose people, yeah.
Like, I'm glad that they said, all right, you're not coming on. But like, if you know you have that big of a, that's big to be performing on Saturday Night Live. Like, people aspire to get that.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to just throw it away because you wanted to go bar hop
Party and
at the
kissing.
University of Alabama, like,
I mean, I don't agree with that either. I'm not a fan, but also not a fan. Just don't really listen to his music. But the fact I feel like, especially nowadays with our cancel culture,
yeah,
I'm surprised that I know when he got into all those scandals, all that trouble, he took a break from performing, and then like we came back on stage. I don't remember who he opened for. Everybody was like shocked to see
Yeah.
him. Like he started singing. Everyone was like, "Is that Morgan Wallen showing face?"
yeah,
But I mean, like I said, using racial slurs, unforgivable. I know when he made a forgiveness, like he wrote a handwritten note. That's better than I guess just a post. But for him to be going back in concert, like I wonder what his attendance rates are gonna be.
I know. And I think that his demographic, the people that he reaches anyway for his music, aren't going to prioritize the terrible things he's done. And I
That's
think,
also true.
Yeah, I think they're going to be like, all right, well, it's a country music concert. It's Morgan Wallen. Like, we'll go. Like, which I think is disappointing because if you do something that should be like not accepted, you should face the consequences.
Some sort of punishment.
And people aren't going to make him face the consequences. There's people like Travis Scott with that whole situation where he's going to be facing consequences, and people are already like boycotting his music. They're like blocking that artist on Spotify so they don't have to listen to him. Like, but nobody did that for Morgan Wallen.
Why is that though? Like,
I don't know.
why were so many people defending him in a way? I feel like if it was anyone else,
I think it's because those people that listen to his music are the people that will prioritize the music over
How
what's
old is
right and
he?
wrong.
In his
He's young. I
in
know
his
he's
20s?
in his 20s. I think he's in his early 20s.
This reminds me of the Rachel Kirkconnell and situation on The Bachelor, where she made like a racist comment or attended a racist event, whatever
Yeah.
it was, and she like did a formal apology, and she said that she was working through it. Like I think she started a podcast about educating herself. Like all he did was write an apology note. And
They'd
I'm
be like,
sur-
okay, this is how I'm saying sorry. Now, if you don't accept it, that's on you, which isn't right.
some of my friends were like, yeah, I'm going, or some were like, I'm not going. I mean, I guess it's just the type of person you are. You're either easily forgiving or not.
Yeah.
I don't
but,
know.
I mean, we're not. So.
Well, yeah, we're not. Speaking of a non-scandalous man that I love and that I adore, Harry Styles.
Oh, yeah.
Harry Styles has announced his new beauty brand titled Pleasing, which is available for pre-order today, but drops on November 29th. The gender-neutral products are inspired by products he uses in his own routine. I love it. Love everything about it. He's amazing.
agree.
He's stunning. He is the moment.
He is the moment.
Right? I love
I'm
him.
obsessed with him. I love when celebrities come out with like different products and like skincare lines or like makeup lines, whatever it is. So for somebody like this who is already making iconic moves towards just like
Mr.
gender
Styles.
neutrality and like breaking down stereotypes of what a man should be and what a woman should be. For him to come out with a gender neutral like product line, he has skincare, nail polish. I didn't get to look through everything, but I think it's just not only so cool because I love him, but it's such a big step forward for things like that.
He's a huge statement maker. I know it was nail polish and I believe eye serums and maybe a moisturizer, but that just shows like also guys could get into using these products. And what you said about like the gender neutrality, he is the moment for that because
he is the face
him
of it.
wearing dresses on the covers of magazines, him wearing nail polish, like he doesn't really care or get
Yeah.
affected by what others say about him. So for a male to come out with a product that is more seen towards women, nail polish, serums, my boyfriend, my dad, my brother, they don't use this stuff. But for like a man to come out and say like, it's okay.
It's okay
you
to
can
take
do
care
it.
of your skin.
Take
as a
care
man.
of your skin. No
Like,
one
it's
wants
okay.
wrinkles.
No. And I think that that's such a bad stigma that men have is that, okay, I'm a man, I can't moisturize my skin. Like,
Come
you
on.
have to take care of your skin. And I think that this is a good step towards that. I do think that there are a lot of people who are against it and think that men shouldn't be painting their nails, men shouldn't be wearing dresses, men shouldn't, whatever. There are, and it's really upsetting, but he is somebody who doesn't care about that, and he's going to push this forward not only for that movement to make it more accepting, but also because I think he serves as a good role model to people who might be scared to paint their nails and go to middle school or like in high school.
That's what I was just gonna say is like if anyone were to come out with a line like that, let's just say like Justin Bieber, would people buy it? Probably because it's Justin Bieber, but Harry Styles is known for like going out of his comfort zone and going against the societal norms that we have.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing dresses, he's painting his nails. And like what you said too, like little kids could see that it's okay and not just think girls wear nail polish, boys don't wear nail polish. Like it's nice to get that exposure, especially he has a great following, not just in the United States, out of the country as well.
Everywhere.
So for people to see that, I really think that it's probably going to sell out quickly, and I think that he's probably like the best face for a product like that.
I agree. I definitely am going to buy something. Whether it's the moisturizer, the eye serum, I got some bags under my eyes I need to get
Me
rid
too.
of. So
Me
hopefully
too.
that can take care of that, but I think I'm going to get some.
And this is what I'm about too. Yes, it's nail polish, and it's like he's the face of it, but it's not just towards guys. Like it's literally for women and men to both use. Not just this product's for girls, this product's for boys. Like I think it's gonna sell out because it's for
Anyone
everybody.
can use
It's
it.
for anyone.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
Yeah, it's
I
not
love
one of
him.
those things that's like, oh, it's gender neutral, but it's still for men. Like it is genuinely gender neutral.
And I wonder if because I know his tour is ending within the next few months, if this is something he's going to pick up on. Because I know Addison Rae, she has Item Beauty. She started with, I think it was like a simple mascara and a gloss. And now she has foundations, blush. Like I wonder if this is going to be something he's going to take seriously or like a one-time drop.
Yeah, I have to look at his products and see like, okay, he has the moisturizer now. Maybe he'll come out with like the face wash or like some sort of like fragrance.
Does he wear makeup?
I'm sure he wears like some sort of cover up, but
stage
maybe he'll
and-
come up with makeup, like some sort of like neutral palette where like you can put it on. Because I know there's a bunch of people,
powder or something.
yeah, a bunch of people on TikTok who post and they have like all these neutral things for like a makeup palette, like for guys. So if he came out with something that was just had neutral colors that a guy or a girl could wear and could feel comfortable in, I think that's something he would do.
This is something I just thought about. It would actually be crazy if Harry Styles became like, because James Charles, he got demonetized. A lot of them stopped selling his makeup. I wonder if like Harry Styles would be the next James Charles, like with makeup products. Because there's not really any other man I know. Makeup by Mario, who's Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, makes makeup. Patrick Starr, but there aren't really a lot of like makeup that have men as the face of the brand. So I'm interested to see if this is something you'll like.
Yeah, it could be a game changer.
It
I'm
could be a
excited
game
for
changer.
him.
I would definitely buy
Yeah.
anything Harry Styles.
We'll get an order together.
We have
Add
to.
to cart.
It's on tonight. I think it goes live. Pre-order open tonight.
Let's do it.
We should do it. Well, Riley, thank you so much for being here and letting me crash. Oh,
I'm crashing
just
you.
kidding.
Yeah.
You go.
But thank you for letting me join because this was fun. I like to talk about the hot topics instead of
Welcome.
just, Dancing with the Stars and
Yep.
everything. So it was fun. Well, again, thanks for joining me. Now come back with me so we can talk about one of the most popular things going on in entertainment right now. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready to talk about one of the hottest album drops basically ever. Taylor Swift released Red, Taylor's version, this past Friday, and fans are going crazy. Were you guys able to listen to the new album?
Yes.
No, but I had no willpower to like. It just didn't
You're not a
interest.
Swiftie?
It's complicated. We have a difficult relationship.
okay.
Like elementary school, Corinna, middle school, Corinna. Mom thought I loved my middle school boyfriend. We broke up or whatever. So and I was playing Taylor Swift, and my mom thought I loved her. Got me front row tickets, and
Oh.
I was like, "This is awkward."
That's
'cause
so sweet of her, though.
It is sweet, but it's a love-hate relationship. I think her work ethic is great. I'm not gonna like diss on her because her fan base will get on me. Like
Oh,
she's
yeah.
hardworking. She puts on a great concert, and everything with her new album, like her actually getting the rights to it, as she should. So I'm gonna listen to it eventually.
Good.
Just not
well,
right
you
now.
have a 10-minute song to listen to.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
I heard it was 10 minutes, and
It's
I
All
said,
Too
"Oh
Well."
boy, all too well."
Okay, that's what I said too.
Okay.
And that's what everyone said. Everyone's like 10 minutes, like really. But when you listen, and if you watch the music
It's a
video,
short film.
short film, it's like, it's essentially like a story about like a relationship, and then it really weighs on her, just like the song.
Okay.
But it's just something about the way that the story is portrayed just seems so much more real than like in typical music videos. Like there's some sort of like raw element to it that is kind of like, that seems like so real, like such a real thing that would happen in a relationship. Like the specific clip in like the like beginning middle of the thing when it's just like them arguing back and forth, and it's like, it's just such like a raw thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the short film yet, but I listened to the song. I listened to the whole album. I'm not the biggest Swiftie either, but since she's been dropping like these new like redo albums, I've started to become more and more of a fan of her, to the point where I'll like put her on in the car, or I'm listening to her in the shower. Like now, like I find myself listening to her more. But the one that stands out to me, which was always my favorite from the album Red, is the song Red. I think that one, like I could hear certain things that she like not drastically changed, but a lot of the other ones, like when she redid Love Story, like some of it was different, but it was basically the same song.
Yeah.
But in Red, like it sounded like a new song, and I
Yeah.
loved it.
That one was really good. I think another one that didn't really sound different to me was, what was it? We Are Never Getting Back Together. That one?
Oh yeah.
That one? Wait, is that in Red? Or am I mixing that with something else? Oh, that's in Fearless, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, now that I
Okay.
think of
Yeah, I
it.
was
It
like-
played while I was listening to the soundtrack, but that might have just been the end of the thing.
Yeah.
But that one definitely did sound like, okay, this is something different.
Yeah.
And it's also like, because it's different and because it's such like, it's like these power moves, like she's taking back ownership of her music. And it's just something that like makes it even more enjoyable to listen to, because you know you're
Yeah.
supporting an artist and like really capturing their music and like taking back ownership of it.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she's doing every album that was under, it was Scooter Braun, right?
Yeah, Scooter
That whole
Braun.
scandal. I think she's taking every album that was under him and redoing it with Taylor's version. I loved Fearless. I guess I like the songs that are named after the album, because Fearless is, I think, my favorite Taylor Swift song of all time. And the way she redid it, I just absolutely love that song. That whole album was good. I don't know which one is next, but I know she's coming out with it like relatively soon. And she's just gonna like hit the ground running with these redos. I think it's gonna score her a Grammy nomination.
I could definitely see
Yeah,
that.
I think you're right.
Whether it's, I don't even know if it'll be for the album, but definitely for Artist of the Year, because it's not only that she's putting out music. Yes, she's not rewriting the songs. Like she has some new songs on there, but like for what she's doing, I think people will appreciate that, and she'll get that nomination.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't like each one she comes out with, it's like just as strong.
Yeah.
Like just as much attention, just as many people talking about it. Like it's not getting old.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I can't wait for the next one, and it's just gonna get as much attention.
The Red Drop broke a record.
For Spotify, I
Yeah.
saw like Spotify crashed. That's why I remember like everyone was talking about, and I was like, wait, what? I read about it, and I was like, okay, Swifties.
Yeah.
Yeah, it released on Friday, right? And the All Too Well, I think it was the All Too Well short film, 35 million views.
That's insane. And it's like, it's not even like it's a music video that's like 3 minutes. It's people are sitting through 10 minutes.
Well,
of
the
a
music
film.
video, the film is 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there's like a little like intermission of an actual scene with them like arguing, like what I was
Yeah.
talking about earlier.
So that's 15 minutes that people have to sit through and watch, and they got that many views.
Wow.
That's
Her
crazy.
fan base is amazing. Like
Yeah.
I actually compared Taylor Swift to Ariana Grande in some way because they have amazing promotions. They should collab. Like I don't know how they would do it, but
They have very different voices.
very different voices. But like songwriting, I think they would probably do really well. But their promo, like with her Starbucks, she has like the Tay Latte.
Oh yeah.
I know a bunch of people who are like getting it this week, and I was like, "What are you drinking?"
I didn't try it. I want to try it.
It's like a
wanna try it.
caramel. I mean, it's just like
I
yeah,
think
you
it's
know,
literally a
but,
caramel
like,
latte.
the fact that she has so much power.
Yeah.
And like people are just buying everything. It amazes me.
Yeah. I mean, that's how most celebrities are. If you put your name
Yeah.
on it,
Yeah,
That's what-
that was the same thing with the cloud macchiato with Ariana
Yeah.
Grande. So it's weird you mentioned
Yeah,
that because
right,
they
they, like-
both did it.
Yeah.
that was good. The cloud macchiato.
It was really
I
good.
haven't tried it.
The caramel
I didn't
cloud
get to it.
macchiato and then the cloud, like wasn't there like two?
I don't
Or is
remember.
that the same thing?
I don't remember.
Might have been the same thing.
It was like it was kind of like the cold foam, but not really. It was really good. Highly, I don't think they do anymore, but
I'll
if you
figure it.
can.
I'll figure
Maybe
out
it's
the
a
secret menu.
Yeah, secret menu
Yeah.
item. Hit them up. It's good.
I'll be like, hey.
But we'll try the Tay Latte.
Okay,
We'll get
yes.
it before the show next week.
Yeah,
or
we
2
should
weeks
taste
from
test
now.
it.
Yeah, we'll do that. Well, let's wrap things up by talking about Dancing with the Stars and the semifinals that were on last night. The final four in competition are Cody Rigsby, JoJo Siwa, Amanda Klutz, and Iman Shumpert. Suni Lee and Melora Hardin were eliminated last night in a shocking double elimination. Did you guys expect to see Suni and Melora going home?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
I kind of did.
I thought you thought Iman was going home.
I did. I thought Iman and Melora, but I wasn't surprised that it was Suni. Like, if it was going to be Iman or if it wasn't going to be Iman, I'm not surprised it was Suni, if that makes sense. I had a feeling Melora was going home. Didn't really want her to. Like, I thought she was doing well. And like you said in the past, like, it's one of those things where they just never make it to the end, and
Yeah.
you like really want them to. And she worked really hard.
She worked so hard.
And she was like a beautiful dancer. But I was like, I don't think she's going to make it. So I expected that. I did think Iman was going to go home, but I am surprised he didn't. But I
am
also,
not surprised at all. I
Really?
think he is getting votes.
well, it's also like, it was a pretty like big story that no NBA player has ever gotten that far. And also like, not for anything, but they always say that people who are that big of a height difference from their partner, like it's so hard for them to look good in frame and for
Yeah.
them to make it work. And the judges have been complimenting him on that this whole time. And that's like one of his biggest disadvantages is the difference in like frame from his partner.
Yeah.
But like he's making it work. So I don't know.
I got distracted last night. So I was watching Dancing with the Stars, and then I paused it, or I don't know what I did. And then went on Twitter, and people were like saying everything wrong. They were like, Iman got eliminated. And I was like,
What?
I actually was voting, like, can I have one thing, just like for him to get to the finals? But then I like watched it, and I was like, wait. They
That-
just,
that
I was
makes
like,
no sense
I was
to me.
like, I'm so confused. But
Yeah.
with the bottom three, it was like Melora, Suni, and then Amanda.
Yeah.
I was like, they can't send her home
They're
after
not.
that emotional performance had me in tears. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, watching that, it sucks that she went last. I feel like if she didn't go last right before votes were due, she might not have been in the bottom just
Yeah.
because of how powerful that dance was.
Yeah.
But when they said her name in the bottom, I was like, there's no way she's going home. Like, I was like, unless she's the very bottom and the one that gets sent home right away, the judges will not send her home.
Yeah.
I also think that she was the best dancer out of the three of them.
Yeah.
I agree. I
So
agree.
whether she was in the bottom two or the last one eliminated, the judges shouldn't have picked Melora or Suni over her. But I was sad to see Melora go because I think, like I said, she is somebody who is a bit older. She was able to do that contemporary dance that, like, if you look at JoJo's contemporary and whoever else is, looking at Melora, who is so much older than them, still being able to do the same tricks and like the same kicks and like the same lifts, like it's
Exactly.
so impressive.
It is.
So it was really sad to see her go. I was nervous for Cody. I was shaking in my boots because he was on the very bottom and he got an 8 in the semifinals. Everyone else,
Was he on the very bottom?
Yes.
Yeah, he literally was the bottom.
I
Very
thought
bottom.
that Melora got 70 and he got 71.
She got
for some reason.
72. He got 71.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they did all the announcements, and then the last 4 people, and it's like Cody in the bottom 3. I'm like, great, he's in the bottom 3. And then she said Cody. I like fell out of my chair.
Oh, I know you did.
Like I was sitting with my friend. I like grabbed onto her arm. Like my heart was beating out of my chest. I was so nervous, but I'm so happy he made it to the final. Yes, people can say it's controversial that he's in the bottom or he's getting the lower scores than everybody else, but he's making it to the final. First of all, that happens on Dancing with the Stars. It's happening with Iman. He's had good dances, but he's had bad dances. And just because, like, I love him and I love his dances, I think he is getting by with 10s because of the cool lifts that him and Danielle are doing.
Seriously.
Take the lifts out, he'd probably get a 7. So something about that, like, throws me off, but I do think that he deserves a spot in the final 4.
Yeah, that's also weird because a couple seasons ago, didn't they have like a no lift rule?
It depends on the dance.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That I didn't know. I just remembered it was like you can't, because some people can't do that.
I think in ballroom you can't lift.
Okay.
That makes
versus
sense.
Latin.
And they were like doing jazz. Well, when they did the Halloween episode, it was contemporary.
Uh-huh.
And then I think this episode was jazz, so they were able to do what they want. It's kind of, okay, I love them. Like, I love their pairing, but I get exactly what you're saying. It's kind of like their woo, whatever, their whoa factor, whatever you want.
Wow
Yay
factor,
factor. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what's the W
Whoa,
word?
woo.
Woo, wow, wow, wow. Their wow factor is the lifts. Like,
Yep.
you can like look at the audience and be like, holy crap, like, wow. And the height difference, and he almost dropped her, like her feet.
Yes,
I was like,
and the
You saw
judges
her
were
feet,
like,
yeah, her feet were like,
hanging.
saw
I
her.
it was like, it was at the very end, and I was like,
Because she stood on his chest, like not
yeah,
on his shoulders.
I was like,
that is scary.
yeah, I
I
couldn't.
just don't get how the judges don't say anything about that.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
Carrie Ann
Bruno
was
said,
like,
or one of them was
Yeah.
like, you almost died.
yeah, no, he was
No,
like, I
like
was
I don't
nervous.
get how they don't say anything about, okay, we get you could do a lift. We want to see you dance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody's saying anything about that. And I think now that it was the semifinals last week and it's the finals this week, you can't get through just relying on lifts. Like it's a dancing competition. It's not an acrobatic competition. But nobody said anything about that.
It's
Yeah.
just weird to me because I feel like they maybe are giving him a pass because he's a basketball player.
Yeah.
And when Cody and his Cheryl, was it Cheryl?
Yep, Cheryl.
Their partner, when they were in COVID, they were like, what, like, you guys could do better.
Yeah.
Da, da, da. And I'm like, they literally had COVID and he's a basketball, like, the circumstances are different. They
is.
literally, I mean, I get your judges, you could pick and choose whatever you want to do, but if everything was fair, then we might have seen a different, like,
Final 4.
yeah,
I agree. But I'm happy with the Final 4, especially because Cody's in it.
yes.
I don't know what's going to happen. I think JoJo and Amanda are the 2 best dancers in the Final 4 right now. But with people, like with Cody being safe with votes, Iman being safe with votes, you never know who's going to place where in the Final
Exactly.
4 because it does really depend on the popular vote.
Yeah.
Like the judges' scores matter, but also what the people want has such like an intense thing in how it plays out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get your votes in for
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah. Everyone vote for
Vote
Cody,
for Cody.
21523. That's all the time we have for tonight, but tune in 2 weeks from now for our next episode. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you later. Bye.